Hello, my friends, and welcome back to Riding with Doug. And today we're going to talk about one of the largest debates in the motorcycle community. And it seems the last couple of videos I've been focused on trying to help keep you safe and protect you a little bit. And this week is definitely no exception. So today's video is all about trying to find the right helmet for you. And today I'm just going to give you the basic foundation for the helmets so that you can make an educated choice and decide for yourself, because honestly, in the long run, as riders, we will all have different expectations on what we want the helmet to do and how it feels on our head. Alrighty, so now that you have spent all your time and research figuring out what motorcycle you want, now is the time to shop for some helmets, figure out which helmet is right for your style of riding. So this video is all about breaking down the basic concepts of the helmet so that you can pick the right helmet for you. Let's jump right into the 3 S's of helmets. And we're going to start the 3 S's with style. And I don't mean style of the helmet. I'm not talking about the graphics or the mohawk on the top of the helmet. We're not talking about that kind of style. The style I want to talk about is half helmet, 3/4 helmet, full face helmet, and modular helmet. And let's jump right into those. So there are basically 4 different kinds of helmets. There is a half helmet, a 3/4 helmet, a full helmet, and a subcategory of the full helmet, which is the modular helmet. So as we break down the helmet styles, I'm going to give you my basic thoughts on the pros and cons of each style of helmet, and then we'll talk about some of the other options such as size and shape. All right, let's get right into the first one, which is the half helmet. And honestly, the half helmet is my helmet of choice. You'll see in most of the videos that I wear a half helmet, and you will see me in a modular helmet as well, especially in the weather. But we'll get into that in a few minutes. So the basic half helmet, this is my half helmet. And it has a quick release strap that's really easy to use and straightforward. This helmet happens to be a Crazy Owl's helmet. What I like about this helmet is it's not real thick. So I don't know if you can see this on the camera or not, but what I like about it is that the overall thickness of the helmet is pretty thin, so it's not real wide. The reason I like the thinner helmets, they catch less wind. When you get into a wider helmet or with anything up front, like my hat would catch the wind all day long. So if it's not flat and flush against my head, then it seems to catch more wind, and that makes it harder on my neck. So the benefits of the open face helmet are that it feels a lot less like riding in a car than it does riding on a motorcycle. And when you get into these, they will be DOT certified. They're easy to take on and off your head. There's no, fighting with it to get it on and off your head. And then the one thing that I like to mention to people that most people don't talk about is that I think it increases your awareness. So as you wear a full face helmet, you lose a lot of that sound and a lot of that vision, and your awareness, I think, is quite a bit better with a half helmet or a 3/4 helmet because you're just connected to the landscape and the traffic. So I think that's a bonus when you're wearing a smaller helmet. And that will tell you that not wearing a helmet is also gives you more connection to the motorcycle. But the last thing I want you to even consider is not wearing a helmet. The motorcycle is risky enough, and not wearing any safety gear or a helmet, I think, is a really bad choice. But that choice is all up to you. But I'm guessing if you don't wear a helmet, you're probably not watching this video. So, all right. And then the other thing, so let's cover the cons on the helmet. The half helmet or the 3/4 helmet has a lot less protection. I mean, obviously there is no face protection, there's no chin protection, there's no eye protection. So you lose some protection if you're going to wear either a half or a 3/4 helmet. The other thing too is you're going to get a lot of wind noise. The less helmet you wear, the more noise from wind and that kind of stuff you get. I mean, you're gaining awareness, but you're losing quiet. So that's up to you, and you'll just have to decide on which way you want to go on that. Now, along those lines, the other half of the open helmets is a 3/4 helmet. And the 3/4 helmet comes down over your ears and drops down around your neck and gives you quite a bit more side protection and neck and lower head protection. Now this one, you can actually take the earpieces out of it. This helmet is made by Bell, and this is a nice way to go. What I love about this helmet is you have the ability to add a little bit of protection for your jaw, face, and nose. This isn't going to help you a ton in a wreck. So, but for wind and weather, that kind of stuff, this is a nice addition, and it's just magnetic, so it snaps right in. It makes it kind of nice, and it's removable, so you can jump from almost a full face helmet to a 3/4 helmet real easy. So that's an option, and everybody's going to be different. So the helmet that you pick is going to definitely be suited for you. The other nice thing too about the 3/4 and the half helmet is they're lightweight. What you'll discover is when you take long trips on the motorcycle, that weight makes a difference. It's not so bad if you ride it for an hour or half an hour, but when you ride it 8 hours straight, that's a lot of weight on your neck and your shoulders. So this is a full face helmet, and full face helmets have a solid chin all the way around. And this is much better protection. If you're going to crash, you've got really good protection up front here for your jaw, for your face, for the back of your neck and your back of your head. So these increase the protection twofold. Some of the cons. This helmet is a little bit more of a pain to get on and off, especially for the ladies if they've got stuff in their earrings and that kind of stuff. You're gonna get those things caught in this helmet. But it does give you a lot more protection. You've got face protection. You've got a full shield to give you protection for your eyes. And then you're going to get a ton of weather protection too. So this is fantastic for rain or hail or snow. This is definitely the best protection that you can get as far as the weather and accidents go. This helmet, and I think Shoeies in general, I'm a Shoei person, so I've had 4 Shoeis, and they've been excellent helmets. They're a little on the heavier side as far as the helmet goes, but what I like about Shoei is they're much more quiet than a lot of the other helmets. They're padded really well, as you'll see the helmet that I wear all the time. This is actually my race bike helmet, so custom painted. And in the same category as full face helmets is the modular helmet. And the modular helmet is basically a full face helmet with an option to flip up the chin. And so what this does, this is basically a 3/4 helmet with a slidable chin mount. This gives you the best of both worlds. So this is a full face helmet that gives you chin protection, eye and face protection, and then you have the ability to flip it up at a gas station or a fuel stop if you want to take a drink or, you know, eat a quick candy bar. You can leave your helmet on and still eat a candy bar or have something to drink. And then the visor is separate. And then what I love about this one as well is this has a drop-down shield for your eyes, so you don't have to necessarily wear sunglasses at all. You can just wear this shield. And you'll notice on both of my full helmets is I changed out the visor to a tinted visor because I don't like to wear sunglasses inside the visor. The helmet squishes the sunglasses, so you have to kind of have a special pair of sunglasses that's fairly flexible, and my Oakleys are not very flexible. With the full face or the modular helmet, you get really good protection from the elements. You don't have to worry about rain. You're not going to have to worry about hail hitting your face or any of that. So the protection is much better. In any kind of an accident, this is much better protection for your face. So this is definitely a great way to go. And it's convenient. The modular helmet is very convenient for snacks or drinks or that kind of thing. But there are a couple of drawbacks. The modular helmet and the full face helmet are heavier. And the modular helmet is even heavier than the full face helmet because you've got mechanics here to swing the jaw. So the modular helmets get quite a bit heavier. There's also quite a bit more cost with a full face helmet than there is a half helmet. Typical half helmets are anywhere from $50 to $200, where you're getting into the full face helmets that are anywhere from $100 to thousands of dollars. So it just depends on where you're at. This modular helmet here from Shoei is in the $600-700 range. But a lot quieter, a lot safer, and a much more protection from the elements, which is nice to have. And both of these Shoeis have good vents. You've got a vent system on the top here that circulates air to the back of the helmet. Circulates through the top of the helmet there. And then you also have, and this one's a little harder to see, but you've also got a vent down here on the bottom that circulates air around the chin and the mouth and the face. So that's nice too. And then what this is, I added this. This is a chin mount for my GoPro. My GoPro sits here. So, and then also I've added Bluetooth so that I have communication in this helmet. The nice thing about having a full face helmet is you can add communication or Bluetooth to it. You can add it to the half helmet, but you're not going to be able to hear anything, and they're not going to be able to hear you. So you have to have a full face helmet really to make the communication or the Bluetooth worthwhile. While we're talking about helmets, let me just throw in a little extra tidbit. One of the things that I really like, and I carry my helmet in to keep it nice, is a helmet bag. And you can get one of these helmet bags on Amazon. They're cheap. I think they're $15-16. But this one is lined on the inside, keeps the helmet nice. even though I put it in my trunk, the trunk scuffs and scratches up the helmets. I don't know if you can see my half helmet's all scuffed and scratched up. And so I'm trying to keep my full face helmet nice. And so I just bought this cheap bag so I'll throw the helmet in here, and then I pack all the gloves in the inside part of it, and it takes up less space, and it's nice, and the bag's got a handle. So real nice idea, just to keep your things nice, because you're going to spend money on a helmet, and I'm sure you'd like to take good care of it. So just a thought. So you bought your motorcycle, and you picked up the style of helmet that you like. And so once you decide on whether you want a half helmet or a modular helmet, there are a few other things to consider. And I'm going to give you 3 that I think are extra important. So the 3 that I want to talk about is style, shape, and size. And we've kind of already talked about the style, so that one is self-explanatory. So when you think about a helmet, I would like you to think about comfort as opposed to style. So, and the only reason I mention that is because if you're going to wear this helmet a lot, you're going to want it to be comfortable. There's nothing worse than riding an hour with a helmet that gives you a headache or puts pressure on your temples or makes your ears ring. So I definitely want to kind of walk you through that real quick. When you're picking out a helmet, comfort is number 1. And so for me, the reason I picked the half helmet is because I can't take a lot of weight on my neck. And so for the longer rides and stuff, if I can get away with it, I prefer to wear the half helmet. I wear the full face helmet when I need to in the weather, because wearing a half helmet in the weather takes all the fun out of riding. So, especially if you're getting pelted in the face with hail. The second S is shape. There are 3 shapes of helmets. And the 3 shapes of helmet are designed to fit the overall general 3 sizes of your head. So if you're looking down at the top of someone's head, there's typically 3 universal sizes. There is a round oval, a long oval, and usually the universal one is an intermediate oval. And that's the common shape for helmets. But if you look at the top of your head and just get kind of an idea, this is the 3 styles and shapes that you're going to run into. And every helmet manufacturer makes a helmet a little bit different for some people with different shaped heads. And that may sound a little weird, but it's true. So, and then the intermediate oval is kind of the standard for helmets, because that's, statistically speaking, the shape of most people's head. So you'll find most of the helmets fit the intermediate ovals. All right, and now the last S we want to talk about is size. You may already have an idea of size and how it fits you, but for those who don't, there is size charts for all helmet manufacturers, and you can kind of figure that out from there. The way you measure your head for a helmet is you want to be just above the ears, and you're going to run it around just above the eyebrows and above the ears with a soft measuring tape. And then you're going to figure out what size you need. And then you can look at the size chart for the manufacturer. That should help you figure out what size of helmet that you want. Now, there are a few manufacturers out there that will give you the ability to go in between the extra small, small, medium, large. There are a few manufacturers out there that have different padding inserts for the different sizes. So if you're having a hard time finding a fit for small, medium, and large, don't give up. There are options. And that'll cover the basics on size. If you guys get questions or you have concerns about helmets, shapes, sizes, styles, feel free to throw a comment or two in the bottom, and I'm happy to try to answer that stuff for you. I'm always excited about comments, and it's always good to talk to everyone. So I'd love to hear from you if you get questions, or if you just want to throw in a comment, that's great too. I appreciate that. I really do. And as always, I hope you enjoyed this video, and we will see you on the next video. Stay safe out there.